Hi, my name is Janice from Parkview Property. The truth about bad tenants and why landlords always regret cutting corners on tenant selection. New landlords sometimes flirt around the idea of ditching the traditional tenant selection process and taking a DIY approach instead. After all, there are so many ways to source tenants these days, like Gumtree or social media. Why would you bother with anything else? Trust me, sidestepping a formal tenant process check may seem like it might save you time and money, but it can be so much more costly in the long run. Wind up with a bad tenant and you can expect sleepless nights, sky-high legal costs, loss of property income, or property damage. Let me explain more about the risks of skipping proper tenancy reference and credit checks. If you use an online platform like Gumtree, the internet has made it so much easier for landlords to find tenants, but not easier to find good tenants. Post an ad online and you'll get loads of response, but many of them will be from total time wasters and con artists, not genuine candidates. Professionals are more likely to use a traditional bricks and mortar letting agent because they're wary of getting ripped off in an online scam. Tenants aren't the only ones to fall prey to online scammers. Landlords can be targets too. Online crooks often use to let adverts for phishing opportunities. They pose as tenants to get as much information as they can about you and your vacant property before they get to work fleecing you. If you let rent to a friend or a relative after asking around on social media, you may be tempted to ask your contacts on WhatsApp or Facebook if they're looking for a place to rent. Please be warned, things can get very messy when you blur the lines between personal and professional. If things don't work out, it could cause a major family fallout or even a friendship loss. Sometimes, when a landlord knows the tenant, they don't even bother with a contract or an inventory. Please never ever do this. If you do get into dispute later, your legal options could be limited. Some buy-to-let mortgages prevent landlords from renting to family members or friends. Always check the fine print before making that decision. And insurance companies often get quite twitchy if the tenant is a relative, and in some cases, your cover is invalidated if the tenant is a family member. In other circumstances, you won't be covered if you hadn't conducted proper tenancy reference checks. Please be careful. So what's your alternative? Well, here at Parkview Property, we do have a 5-star tenant selection process that offers you peace of mind and legal protection. It involves screening candidates by phone, meeting in person, and rigorous reference, credit, and employment checks. It's never too late to put your tenant through a reference check, even if your tenant is in situ. If you want to know more about our referencing procedures, please feel free to contact us here at Parkview Property 01292 442 888. Thank you.